Okay, so yeah, guys, come on here. Let me show you something. This is all life insurance right here. Life insurance. I wish I could show you my board, and not for my clients, although we've helped over 28,000 clients last year and 2022. But this all life, life insurance policy for my family. And I'm not a financial advisor. I'm simply a licensed life insurance agent building national agencies across the United States. And I want to break down what Waka Flocka was sharing here. Some areas that a lot of people got excited about because they didn't realize that life insurance has these tax strategies and tax advantages and opportunities that a lot of people thought that was just there for either the rich or for people that was going to be buried in their funeral one day. So let me just share with you a little bit of baseline, a little bit of foundation in why a lot of people got their money wrong. And this is not something that you just said, okay, I'm not gonna watch this video in just 1 minute, I'm done with this. You need to reach out and say this. I need to find some wise counselors and advisors who have been there, who have done that, who've been some good times and who've been through some bad times and still living out and still living to walk about it. One of the strongest structures in the history of humankind is the triangle or the pyramid of Egypt. And when you build your foundation of your home, you want to build it in the area where it's strong, no matter what happens, whether changes in environment. This structure will stand strong like your house, like your financial house. And so at the bottom of your financial structure, when you're building your financial home, the first thing you want to do, the first thing you want is certainty. When it comes to income, certainty, all right? When it comes to cash flow, because no matter what happens over here with life insurance, whether you decide to put your money in a fancy word, such as asset allocation, diversification, or diversification of your financial strategies, no matter how fancy that may and all of that may sound, if you don't have the finances, the cash flow to fill it and fund it, the best plan lose. All right. So I'm going to be showing you how you need to find out ways to make sure you solidify your cash flow first. I served 8 years, in the United States Marine Corps, and I didn't learn any of these stuff until maybe last year. In while because I went through some financial challenges, I got married and divorced, filed bankruptcy, found myself in a very bad position. I found myself in a single as a single father in custody of my kids. So you have to address this thing called risk. And usually in this conversation about risk, that's what I stumbled across. And how to migrate and minimize risks, what is true life insurance, the next things you should build up. Then is their savings for emergencies and opportunities. Make sure you have to have a debt management strategy for good debt and bad debt. And then you start talking about investment, and then you start talking about 401,000 for 401k, and then you start talking about stocks, money, mutual fund, real estate, crypto, collectibles, etc. Gold, silver. The challenge with a lot of people, though they got their money like this, it's all turned upside down. Instead of building a solid financial foundation from the bottom up, it's from the top up, where the investments are the first thing, then talk about then the real estate, and then that saves the let's figure out this thing called cash flow, please. The sad thing about where a lot of people think about money is just finding ways to get rich quick. This video may not sound appealing to you if you're not thinking about businesses, strategies, but I need you to understand that the best strategy is how to get rich methodologically over time. All right, so therefore it lasts. So here's what you should do. You should do a couple of things. You should consider: number one, you should have a plan for your next moves. All right, what's the next one? Since I got my budget together, as soon as I solidify my income and still going to solidify this, that's what's my plan. My next move. I'm happy I'm here, right? If not, I'm happy I need to have an extra strategy. And if I'm working on a plan and plan B is not where I want to be, then that becomes the plan B. You got it? You got to find out how a plan you are transitioning into. So plan your next move. Number two, you need persistency, right? Commitments, urgency. You need to surround yourself with wise counselors and advisors. Surround yourself with people who are not just YouTube gurus or YouTube channels like myself. If you are seeing this video and you don't know who I am, please don't rest upon this video. to help you make decisions with your finances. I'm just here to help, all right? Or in this case, your insurance. Please take this video, read books, watch many other videos to fill up your mind to help you create an educated and well-informed decisions, right? What most do, however, is that they fill the life with impatience and desperation to get rich quick type of opportunities. They are lazy. They don't even really want to work, and then it's so therefore they're willing it, and then they're willing to teach themselves their self-taught. Listen, I get self-taught, but I get self-taught a lot. But if you want to get or learn very important topics such as life insurance strategies, such as planning your financial future, it's very important that you surround yourself with a lot of people that have been there, done the verses, and you're just trying to figure out, and you go along, because a lot of these folks who have been there before, done that perspective, they can give you it's time and experience which you don't have yet. So here's what you should do. Here's what most people do and what most people think about life insurance. Oh, it's only for the older people. It's a matter of time. It's only later in life. Oh, it's too expensive, I can't afford it. Oh, it's unnecessary when I'm single. Oh, I got insurance, right? I got it at my job. Listen, this is not what we're talking about. This is not your granddaddy policy. All right, this is not a group policy. This is not your job policy. This is an individual life insurance policy and strategy that we're discussing here. All right, oftentimes people think, okay, let me just get the typical term insurance policy. Okay, term insurance plan. Let me explain, let me go further. Also, sometimes people go there, and then there's just two ends of the spectrum. And here, okay, there's two ends of the spectrum. People say, what I'm gonna do, minimum fund, my financial strategy, and then insurance strategy. And this is what usually term insurance is all about. So the term insurance says, okay, let me get the least amount of cost for the biggest amount of debt benefits. That's my style of life insurance. But the challenge with the term is that you have to put a demise of yourself in that term. You put 50 a month into this thing for a 30-year insurance policy, for a 30-year period. So 50 to 1 policy every month for 30 years, and then for a 30 years period in exchange for day one. The moment you put $50 into this policy from day one, the something Lord forbid, right? Where to happen, you have let's say you're in a 500,000 debt benefit. In this example, right, you'll be paid for your beneficiaries, and that's where most people think that's life insurance is all about. That's Waka Flocka is talking about here. Right up said, and I'm gonna put the interview with Waka Flocka if that's gonna be possible. I hope I don't get flagged or banned by YouTube policies. You know, you need to open up. He said, open up insurance. Put 2 to 3 million and borrow from that man. Please, I'm gonna open up insurance. Put 2 to 3 million of my insurance and borrow from that, and then put it back, and it will break it down even further, because the other side of the spectrum is actually what he's talking about, where you maximum fund the life insurance contract as much as cash as you can contribute, and it's okay, based on the availability and the insurability of your life. And what also we'll talk about some tax guidelines. Here I know you're scared of the tax guidelines and all of that, but I think I'm gonna put that in another video because it's getting quite long. Stay tuned, all right? I'm gonna put it right away in the next video.